Hello guys, Richard at Ryden's Room here doing my latest review. This is a little bit out of date. I've even done later episodes, and where did I put that box set? Oh yes, I'm using it as a rest for the phone. Okay, so this is for the series finale of series 4. So yeah, so now I've actually just recorded the Christmas special that came right after a few days ago. Even though I watched this this is obviously before. So yeah, that's not uploaded to YouTube yet. They will all go in order. So yeah, doing it downstairs, free house. You can sort of see my dog there. He's just in a frenzy. Then got a bit mad, tried to do a bit of a bite, stopped him, and he's all calm again. Yeah, I'm sure he'll put his head up shortly. So yes, series 4 finale. So much like series 3, where I split them, I'm doing the same thing again. Although this is just a two-parter. Proves on turn left. Ended with it with basically words bad wolf appearing everywhere, and the Doctor realising the end of the universe is coming. And of course, the main part of that was by the end, the stars were going out. This is basically what happens, because obviously all that was the past. And then that event was the future. So this is this episode. So let's get straight to it. So again, 2 parts in one. So basically, Dr. Donna end up on Earth, modern day. The Earth just disappears. Turns out 27 planets have just vanished, been moved to this new location. Of course, it's the Daleks' work. They're basically building this device that will just destroy every atom in existence, and they need all 27 planets as a sort of engine. And they've also moved themselves out of sync with the rest of the universe so that the Doctor can't get in. All his friends basically manage to bring him, get him through. They face against the Daleks. Basically, everyone returns. Dalek guns the Doctor down, so now only half his body gets shot, allowing him not to be killed on the spot to begin the regeneration. And that's the end of part 1. So yeah, what an ending. Part 1. Everyone knew Daytona was leaving eventually, but at the end of the first part of the series finale, they never do something like that. Hell, even the old Doctor, I know it worked in different systems, but even still, I'm pretty sure each season, as it was known back then, ended like the year with the change of Doctor, not before it ended. So that's a huge shock. So yeah, and on to part 2. Regeneration begins, and just before it can change his body, he diverts all the energy into his spare hand and is able to keep the same appearance. Which is a huge surprise. Everyone in TARDIS is like, what the hell? Because 2 of the people know what's supposed to happen next. And yet, due to his vanity, he doesn't want to change his appearance and he chooses to stay the same. And thankfully, his hand allows him to store the energy. Thus, regenerate enough to heal himself, but then send the energy that would change his body elsewhere. But does that use up a life? Because the rule is 13 lives, and he's the 10th Doctor. But will the next one eventually be the 12th Doctor? Who knows? Maybe it will come up one day. My theory, always had this theory, even after they eventually confirmed whether it's true or false, was that yes, you do an entire regeneration, it counts. He may not change his appearance, but he did the whole thing. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe one day we'll find out if that's true or not. Well, we will find out what the answer is. So Steve Moffat the next show, and we'll answer it. But I won't reveal it till then. But anyone watching, feel free to put your opinion in. Did he waste one of his 13 lives on this fake out regeneration? So yeah. Basically, they've been teleported to the Dalek mothership. The TARDIS is now defenceless. The Daleks could easily blow the doors open, because this time it's a full Dalek Empire who easily take out the TARDIS. And yeah, Doctors go out rather than letting the Daleks in. So they go out. Donna starts hearing this heartbeat, and the doors then slam shut. She ends up being in there. And after Daleks decide to destroy the TARDIS, then the dog's going a bit wild again. You probably noticed look, there's his random leg. It's like a cartoon. Can and Abby, not doing anything bad this time. Yeah, so basically, Donna stays behind, the TARDIS door slammed shut, and she apparently merges with the Doctor's hand. It creates a new version of the Doctor, still the 10th Doctor, and Donna gets like Time Lord powers. And that's it basically. So as I said earlier, this is of course, as I knew would happen, the return of Davros. Davros is, of course, the one who rebuilt this entire Dalek army, because, to be honest, after a couple of Skaro failed, he's the only one who could have done. And that's what happened. Dalek Khan, the one who emergency temple shifted away at the end of the Series 3 two-parter, somehow got into the Time War, something that's supposed to be impossible, pulled Davros out of it, and he built a new army of Daleks. And Davros is absolutely amazing. He's absolutely my favourite one since the original. And it's him trying to tear the Doctor down and show the world what sort of person he really is. And he does it. It's absolutely amazing. So, in the end, all hope is lost. The Daleks, you see what they're doing. They're basically disintegrating every atom in the universe. So they'll be the sole species in existence, which is very Dalek. That's all they want. Be the most powerful or the sole species. I'm pretty sure in Genesis Daleks, the Time Lords even say in Tom Baker's era that they've foreseen a time when the Daleks are the sole power in the universe, and that's basically what the Daleks are about to accomplish. But then they're stopped. Donna's Time Lord power kicks in, and the human Doctor, or the naked Doctor, because of course, like all guys in Doctor Who, don't tend to eventually get to his shirtless scene. He basically stops the Daleks. He decides to wipe every single Dalek out. The original Doctor is not happy, even though whatever option was there, leave him stranded at the end, out of sync with the rest of the universe, I suppose, like how the spheres were abandoned at the end of Series 3, trapped at the end of the universe. But come on, they got Davros. He can find a way out of it. But yeah, the Doctor's mad, kicks the new Doctor out, forces the new Doctor back into the TARDIS, then basically returns all his friends home, and then you get the really sad ending. All Donna's newfound knowledge is going to kill her. The Doctor's only option, rather than let her die, is to wipe her memory, remove all the knowledge of her, and it just puts her back to the person she was in the Christmas episode. And it's incredibly sad. She lives, but she's basically lost everything, and she's back. Wilfred even says at the end she was better with the Doctor, and that's all gone. And it's a real shame. And then you get the ending, the Doctor, Wilfred telling him he'll never forget what he's done for Donna, and how much he appreciates what he's done for everybody. The Doctor leaves alone on the TARDIS, completely miserable, and that's the end. And thank God they didn't do with the what. They nearly did. The next episode involves the Cybermen, the video I've already recorded, and originally the Cybermen, much like the Titanic, were somehow going to get into the TARDIS, and God, they scrapped that, because Donna's loss is devastating, and it sets the tone for future episodes where the Doctor's completely changed from it. So that's pretty much a 6-minute-ish summary. Now let's get to the actual stuff. So, the returning characters. God, I should have used a different box set, because I've got them all on that one. So basically, this brings everybody back. So, see, Martha returned early in the series. Rose has appeared a couple of times. She's the first one, meets up with, Donna's family, and they basically, do a sort of Skype, when Skype was more popular than Teams, to basically connect everyone. So let's go through everyone in the list. Let's go with the order they came in. So Rose is there first, and then screw it, let's just go with everyone as I remember them. Rose, Martha. Again, Martha doesn't really get to do enough. She's she's a bit wasted. Rose works well, but it's tying into the ending, which I never felt was deserved, which I'll get to. Jack, of course, Jack's back, and his entire Tortured team, which is quite cool. So this is after the events of Series 3 Tortured. I won't say who's in it, but it will kind of give things away of Tortured, which I intend to review after Doctor Who is done. But yeah, Jack and his entire Tortured team are there, which is pretty cool. Sarah Jane is back, of course, as I thought she would be, and she's got she's got Luke, I think he is her adoptive son. I've never actually watched much of Sarah Jane Adventures, minus one episode when Joe Grant returned. I'm actually going to get that box set soon. I'm currently tracking on eBay, see if I can find the Blu-ray new and sealed for less than 30 quid. Anyone who's seen Sarah Jane Adventures? I know it's aimed more at children and adults, but it's sort of aimed more at adults than non-adults. But yeah, I'd love to know your thoughts on that. So Sarah Jane is back. You've got her son Luke. You've even got her computer, Mrs. Smith, and K9, which is quite awesome. Rose is like family. Well, Jackie comes back. It never made much sense, and Mickey is there as well. Now, Mickey is clearly not there as Rose's boyfriend. They don't even talk to each other. It's clear something bad has happened, but clearly Mickey is there to protect Jackie, because they've always had that bond. So yeah, if you're a big Jackie back, Mickey has to be there. It makes sense. And is that it? Those are all the guests. Yeah, that's it. So it's Series 4 had a big feeling of like nostalgia and references. Like Silence, I read a review on some Doctor Who site about this recently, how Silence Library feels like it's focusing on Doctor Who as a TV show, like the little girl watching TV, like seeing when the Doctor and the archaeologists are there, like on the TV set, she's watching it. So Series 4 has a nostalgia vibe for what came for the last 5 years, and it works really well. The episode part 2 is a lot longer. It's like an hour long, and all the characters get things to do. But I still feel like Martha gets a bit wasted. She's just the companion who really deserves so much better. And of all the ones they should bring back in the future, I've always said Martha would be a great choice, because with what happens to Donna, she can't come back. Rose gets returned to a parallel universe. Martha goes off with Jack. Mickey runs off towards them, and Sarah of course goes back to her son. And and then you get to the end where the Doctor says to Wilfred, what about all your friends? They've all got someone else, and that kind of thing. They all do, but Martha could have found a way to return, and hopefully she will one day. But yeah, the parallel universe. So of course they end up on Bad Wolf Beach, of course, in Norway, and turns out Jackie's had children with Pete, which is pretty lovely. Mickey returns to Mickey goes back, runs off with Rose and Jack and Martha after Jack walks off hand in hand with Martha, saying perhaps maybe unit's not the job for you. Perhaps there's something else you could be doing. So set Martha up in Torchwood, which is amazing. Because Jack and Martha have got quite a good bond. It's strengthened in her Torchwood appearances as well. I spoil it now, but it makes sense. Of course, Jack fancied Martha the second he saw her, like he does with a lot of people. But they've got a good bond there. Like when they're all on love ship, Martha's the one Jack runs to help after the teleportation. And unfortunately, Rose gets everything she could ever want. She doesn't get the Doctor, but she gets the Naked Doctor because the sole reason he has all the Doctor's memories, thoughts, everything, but he's in a human body. He, unlike Donna, though, his mind won't burn up, it seems, but the Doctor basically just gives him to Rose as a, I just can't give you what I know you want, but have him. He needs you. That's very me. And the Doctor still can't say I love you. Like he says, does it need saying? No, it didn't need saying. But then the Naked Doctor whispers. Oh, the dog's getting a bit mad again. Whispers something to Rose. It's clear what it is, and then she kisses him. And quite tame. I was thinking much more explicit stuff, but it's because it's a family show. Always wanted our stage kisses are directed in that sense when the audience, etc. You know what I'm talking about. But it's kind of just annoying. I mean, Donna kind of loses everything, but at least she's alive. Martha benefits from her time with the Doctor massively and becomes a better person, but leaves because of how he treated her. And Rose just gets everything she wants. She gets her mum and dad back together. She gets to continue stringing Mickey along until at some point it's clearly had enough. And she basically gets a version of the Doctor who will grow old with her. So it's kind of like the perfect version. And I've never liked it. I just felt like Rose doesn't deserve everything. Because that's the thing. You shouldn't get everything that you want. And Rose did. It's just, enough. So on to the rest of the stuff then. So Davros played, believe the actor is Julian Bleach. I'm pretty sure he is Grand Maester Pycelle in Game of Thrones. He's been an old Doctor. He's absolutely awesome. He's just nails it, all the roles. He's really well written, unlike some of the later Davroses, and it's just it works so well. There's a scene where he's in the shadows. You've got the blue light on his head, and the scene when he starts talking to the Doctor, and the Doctor is genuinely terrified. It's absolutely amazing. Just remembered two other people who came back. Harriet Jones, she was part of the she virtually sets up the network that can bring everyone together. It seems unlikely she's a pure genius, but maybe she is, maybe she isn't. And Mr. Copper, the old man from the Voyage of the Damned episode, he turns out, he's funded the whole thing, the Mr. Copper Foundation, which is pretty cool. But sadly, Harriet Jones gets killed by the Daleks, which of course leads to the great moment when Davros finally tears the Doctor apart. How many other people have died for you? There's a horrific montage of a lot of people. You get some of the bad ones, like that Luke Rattigan kid from the Sontaran two-parter. And then you got all the good ones. We do not knock the phone over. Where's the phone to go for that? Can smell something. What? Give me a smell, dogger. Hey? But it's a quite brutal montage starting with everyone from New Doctor Who. So you got the the tree woman from Chris Eccleston's second episode, which he had Doctor had a bond with. Then you've got all the way through to who did the last bit? River. And it's this moment, and Dave Tennant's acting is phenomenal. He just sells how he realises this is all true, and it's worked so well. But again, where does this go wrong? Probably the last 20 minutes. The point when the Daleks are stopped by a complete Deus Ex Machina, but it doesn't work to me. And the Daleks are then even worse, turning into a complete joke, when they basically turn into Dodgems. It's pretty bad, to be honest. The Daleks are a massive threat. You've never seen anything like this before. They're succeeding in what they're doing. And they get turned into a complete joke. Okay, Donna getting these powers works well, though the whole Dr. Donna thing is referenced before, and the ending is cruel, but kind of appropriate because of what the power she got to save everyone is what basically beats her. And it works really, really well in that sense. What I don't like is how, again, Capitate, phenomenal at the more serious stuff, great at the comedy, and it just goes full on the comedy, and I just didn't like it that much. As to quote the Doctor, Patrick Troughton's Doctor in the Three Doctors, I don't like it. And yeah, they don't know and then we get the worst part of all, how badly the Daleks were all destroyed. So let's get to what leads to everyone being captured. Jackie, Mickey, and Sarah surrender so they can get to the Dalek mothership. Okay, makes sense. And of course they can teleport away from people that get disintegrated and turn into atoms, etc. Martha has basically got the keys to a doomsday device that will wipe out the planet. Sarah has got some like white star diamond, which her and Jack can use but destroy the entire Dalek mothership, the Crucible, which will take all the planets. Martha's logic is if the Earth is destroyed, it will wreck the Dalek engine and the whole thing will collapse because they need that planet along the others, and so random like Clon, the Azorbeloff planet is chosen, but clearly each one has got some purpose. And yeah, it's kind of dodgy at Martha's wanting to actually like destroy the entire planet if the human suffering is that great. Jack likewise has this. He's going to plug this star into the main ship. It will take the entire Crucible apart and ruin everything. And yeah, the ending. So the destruction of Daleks. The Naked Doctor realizes there's a Dalek Khan. Is like an insane Dalek, but knows everything. Basically, he says, you must make this happen, Doctor. And he's like, he's right. Even without reality bomb, this empire's big enough to slaughter the cosmos. They've got to be stopped. And yeah, Donna's like knows what he's going to do. It's like, no, let's wait for the Doctor. He's like, I am the Doctor. And maximizing Dalekanian power feeds, sending them back, and then bang, every Dalek gets blown up, with the exception of Davros and Dalek Khan, because Dalek Khan is from a different era of Daleks, whereas Davros built all the new ones, created all the new ones himself, so they're all linked to his DNA structure. And okay, this comes up in a Series 7 episode. Why is Davros, who's potentially a prisoner of the Daleks, thrown in their basement, has the device to wipe out every Dalek in existence? Like I was saying, actually, Jack, Martha, they all get teleported away before they can use their weapons. Why did the Naked Doctor not simply teleport Jack's White Star Diamond, whatever it was, plug that into the mothership, blow the whole place up, but of course with them escaping first. Him just hitting a reset button, pulling the switch, it just doesn't make any sense that that's going to be destroyed like that, not to mention the fact that if Davros could realistically do that, why the hell would that thing be there? So yeah, all the Daleks are gone. The original Doctor was mad for some reason, and I suppose he didn't like seeing himself committing another mass murder, but what other option was there? He had no issue when Rose did it in Series 1. We'll see. But yeah, so it's got a good episode. It's just that ending, it just falls apart completely again. It's it got too big. They could do nothing but a quick, easy win, and I never liked it. The consequences though, what happened to Donna works well, much like, Nine's regeneration because of what happened and everybody dying around him. It all works well, but I just thought, okay, the screen's gone dark. There we go. So this goes into like a sort of standby mode if you don't do it. So yeah, it is a poor ending with how easily the Daleks are worked out. And of course, the Daleks will be back because they always are. Oh, hello boy, you want to go out to the toilet? You've just been out like half an hour ago. The dog always thinks he needs the toilet when he really doesn't. But yeah, another great moment. I know that like structure these videos, write scripts, etc., and it's more fun this way. Davros mentions Sarah Jane, because in the episode Genesis Daleks, which was basically the Dalek creation, Sarah Jane and Harry were the companions. Abby, get away from that. Trying to eat my Wii U tablet. Or nose butt it. But yeah, Davros recognised though, which is absolutely amazing. I never saw that coming. I mean, I thought when I was watching it, if he recognised that would be great, and they did. So yeah, good on RTD. He is a Doctor Who fan, you can tell, with like his knowledge of the old show. But yeah, so that's a cool feature. So that's pretty much it then. So great episode. Till it all goes all comedy, and the Daleks are wiped out really, really easily. Great moments like Davros recognising Sarah. The Doctor's like thinking about everyone who's died for him, and all that works well. And of course, the ending where the Doctor's completely alone, and like gradually every single person is leaving him, and by the end, everyone else has someone else, and it's amazing acting, and Series 4 is the best. And gotta say, I'm so glad this disc box set works perfectly, because this one I had to replace my old one, got watched to death to the point disc 1 and 2 wouldn't play. But yeah, this one works perfectly, which is great. So that's it. So Dave Tennant's era isn't done yet. May have had all his friends leave him, but there's still more to come. So I will see you then.